Hello, everyone. Well, it's been another week, and some very serious conditions have developed in the Middle East. Um, pray for peace. Pray for peace because in the Middle East, in Israel, they they assassinated Hania. I think his name is Hania in in Iran. He was the leader of Hamas, or one of the leaders of Hamas at any rate. He was one of the leaders of Hamas and was part of the negotiations with Hamas. They assassinated him while he was in Iran as a guest. They had planted a bomb in the guest house months before and in preparation for his visit. And when they heard he was there, they detonated it and he died. And the Palestinians heard about it and they were all in mourning. They were all praying and they were all wailing and carrying on in the streets. They had his picture and they were carrying around his picture, and there were flowers, memorials, and they were mourning the loss of this Hania guy. They said that he was one of their own. And Iran vowed vengeance. They vowed that they would get their revenge on Israel. And right now, even as we speak, they're moving warships, U.S. warships, into position to stem the onslaught of missiles from Iran. We think Iran is going to bomb Israel and send all of their missiles over to Israel to try to kill as many Israelis as they possibly can. And right now they're countering that. They're preparing to counter the offensive. So Israel makes errors and the U.S. has to cover for them. It's the way it seems. I don't know. I don't like that they carried out this assassination. I really don't like it, but maybe it was necessary, but I don't know. I don't know if it was necessary or not, and I don't like it because I don't like we could get sucked into a world war this way. If we go to war with Iran, get sucked into a war because once Israel is protected from attack by Iran, they're free to respond to whatever Iran does with their own attack. And then it's tit for tat, going back and forth, back and forth. And eventually someone will step up to the plate to back Iran, like Russia. And then we get drawn into a world war. That's the fear. That's the fear that we all have. And we don't like it. We don't like Israel drawing us into a world war. We don't like it at all. We can only stand by and hope for the best. But if we're forced to defend Israel, all of Israel's actions, and in real time, and all of their actions and all of their gaffes and mistakes, then we're going to have real war on our hands. Now, Israel actually, as a country, has a history of assassinating political figures. They've done this for many, many years, and goes back even to the 1960s when they would assassinate political leaders. Back then was certain countries. I'm not sure which countries they were assassinating their political enemies, but it might have been Egypt and Jordan and those kind of countries that they were assassinating their enemies. And maybe even assassinating some Nazis, I'm not sure. That they They assassinated a lot of people. Okay, it was a lot considering how risky an assassination attempt can be. Considering how risky it is, that it was a lot of people that they did assassinate. And they're still doing it. They just assassinated Hania, and the people of Palestine are outraged, and the Iranians are outraged, and I suppose Hezbollah is probably outraged as well. They blame Hania for what Hezbollah did recently. So, not happy about the prospect of getting sucked into a world war. And I'm not ready. None of us are ready for it. We're not ready. We're not ready. No matter how well prepared you think you are, you're not ready for it. So just pray. Just pray to whoever you believe in, or whatever you believe in, that this doesn't lead to a world war. Because right now, the way things are going, seems like it's out of our hands because Israel is in the driver's seat. Israel is in charge. And they are not playing nice. They're playing hardball. And they're playing fast and furious, knowing that the U.S. will protect them. If they lost the protection of the U.S. and the multinational coalition that supports Israel, if they lost that support, they wouldn't be playing hardball and playing fast and furious with their attempted assassinations. They wouldn't be doing it. So that's that news piece. Also in the news, Kamala Harris has received unanimous nomination from the Democratic Party, and the people didn't get to vote at all. It was the delegates. The delegates got to vote. Whoever you appointed to be a delegate gets to vote, but the people didn't get to vote. The people didn't get to vote because Biden announced he was dropping out after the primaries. Think about that. It was all the elites doing because they knew that the delegates would be easily controlled. They can easily control what the delegates do. The people didn't get to choose. They didn't choose Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was hand-picked and handed down as if by God down to the people and said, here, take her. She's your next president. And they all bowed in. They all bowed down to her. She wasn't hand chosen by the people. She was hand selected by the elites. The elites chose Kamala Harris. You didn't get a choice. If there even was a choice to begin with, I don't think anyone was running against Kamala Harris because they didn't announce any competition for Kamala. And so they didn't pick her. They didn't choose her. They didn't pick her. They didn't choose her. It was the elites that chose her. And the delegates all fell into line. The delegates all fell into line and all voted for her. And she didn't have any competition. No one stepped up to the plate. No one challenged her authority. So it's kind of a little bit like the Communist Party of China. Because the Communist Party of China is authoritarian, and all the decisions are made by the Communist Party, whoever is a member of the Communist Party. Whoever is a delegate, in the Communist Party gets to hand choose. They hand pick the leader, and then the leader goes on to lead the country. You see how similar we look to China right now. No choice. No choice. And let me tell you about Trump. Trump, not only does he want me dead, because I'm disabled and he wants all disabled people dead. He said this to Fred Trump. He said to Fred Trump, those people, with all their expenses, they just might as well be dead. He thinks I'd be better off dead. And well, unless Fred Trump is lying. But why would he lie about something like that? And here's another thing. The running mate, J.D. Vance, thinks that because I'm childless cat lady, remember? Because I'm childless, I should have less of a vote. So I shouldn't have the same vote as everyone else who has children. And they're privileged. They're privileged to have children. I'd love to have children. I just can't have children because my father would try to get custody, and he's a child abuser. So I can't have children because of him. And this man is saying now that I get less of a vote. Does that sound fair? That's not fair. It isn't fair for me to get less of a vote just because I can't have children. And it's an unfair system that allows child molesters a free pass in this country. The courts are stacked in their favor. Courts are stacked in their favor. There's no judge you can trust. There's no judge you can trust. You know how they elect judges in this country? They have a ballot with a bunch of names, and they just all get a free pass. You just vote. There's only one candidate, and you vote for the one candidate. There's no one running for judgeships. There's no one running for judgeships. There's no competition. And most of them just get a free pass. If you look into the background of some of these judges, oh my gosh. And, can't be trusted. They can't be trusted to make a decent decision. So, and you know what most people do? They look for Smith or Jones or just some Anglo-Saxon name, and that's who they vote for. They don't even research the candidates. So, telling you right now, this is unfair. J.D. Vance is unfair to say that I should get less of a vote, that I should get one less vote than somebody that has like 4 kids gets 4 votes. No, that's not fair at all. It's not fair at all because life has dealt me a bad hand. And I've been dealt a bad hand by society, and now I get less of a vote? No, J.D. Vance. I do not get less of a vote. And no, Trump, I am not going to roll over and die just because you think that disabled people should be dead. So, and here's another thing. Now Trump is questioning Kamala's race and made remarks, now she's black. That's what Trump said. Now she's black, and she was Indian before and promoted being an Indian, and now she's black. So he doesn't like Kamala's race, and heard him say it. I mean, we all heard him say it. Now the Republicans, the Republican brigade, is rushing to Trump's defense. This is going to make independents feel sorry for Kamala, and they might even give Kamala their vote because they feel sorry for her, because they feel sorry for the way she's being treated by Trump. Trump is digging a hole for himself. He's digging his own grave. His own political grave, at any rate. And he's not doing too hot. He isn't doing well at all. He did well for a while after the assassination attempt, but now he's undoing all the goodwill that that he earned with the assassination attempt by uh, attacking Kamala's race. It's going to make people feel sorry for her. I'm telling you right now. People are going to feel sorry for her and they're going to give her their vote. Um, Nobody is paying attention at all to RFK Jr. They don't even, I don't think they even include him in their Gallup polls. They have these Gallup polls where they ask everyone who you want to vote for, Biden or Kamala or third party candidate. And they don't even give RFK Jr. a chance. They don't give him a vote. They don't give him a slot so that people can say whether they like him or not. They're not giving him a chance. It's the elites that control the media. The elites control the media and they control people's flow of attention. So they can control these Gallup polls. And then the Gallup polls influence people that just want to be on the winning side. That's America politics for you. It may not be communism outright, but they sure have thought of a lot of tricks. These elites have thought of a lot of tricks to control the flow. They control the flow of attention. They control who wins with their tricks. So, RFK Jr., sorry, buddy, but people aren't about to vote for you. So who do I choose? Who do I choose? Do I choose RFK Jr., who I know has my best interests at heart? Or do I choose Kamala Harris, who's a communist? Or do I choose Trump, who wants me dead? I say that I choose RFK Jr. because he's a good guy, and even if I lose, I'll know that I tried. That I tried to get the best candidate possible into the White House. But it's terrible. And they've been attacking RFK Jr.'s character, been launching attack ads and attacking him in print, in articles. They've been attacking him. And they won't even give the guy a chance. They don't like him because of his viewpoints that he has, which I'm not going to mention because of the internet bots that are floating out there. Internet bots are floating around in a cyberspace just waiting for me to say the wrong thing. They listen to your voice and they translate your voice using AI. And if you say the wrong word, they cut your video out and then they ban you from posting for a while. So that's it. Very bad situation in the Middle East with Israel and Hamas and Iran. I don't know what they call them, the Revolutionary Guard. I think that's what Iran calls their army, is the Revolutionary Guard. They are going to attack Israel very soon. Don't know when it'll be, but it'll be soon. And America's moving into position. They're waiting for the attacks so they can intercept the missiles. And after that, who knows what Israel will do. Israel will attack again and again and again. They won't rest until all of their enemies are dead. That seems like Netanyahu's only plan is just to attack all of his enemies until they're dead. And it's not a good strategy. I'm sorry, it isn't a good strategy. And I'll see you next time.